Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I've been making Sims videos for a very long time. This December will actually be my 10th year, which is kind of disgusting to think about. We won't talk about it. But I wanted to take it back to the old times of Sims YouTube and basically update you all on a current household that I have started in The Sims 4. Now, I've started this over on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/EnglishSimmer. I sometimes start challenges that I kind of want to pop in on whenever I'm playing on YouTube or Twitch. And so today I'm going to introduce you to a brand new household, talk about them a little bit, and also the challenge that I'm doing. Because last time I spoke about this challenge, there were a ton of you who were interested in it. It was my first time kind of reacting to it, and honestly, it felt like dream challenge for me. And I honestly just want to make as many videos about it as possible because I think the creator deserves the recognition, and I feel like more of you lot deserve to know that this challenge is a thing. So if you haven't guessed already, or if you haven't tuned into any live streams recently, this is the Globetrotter challenge. It's produced by Moonfee over on Tumblr. I'm gonna leave a link to this challenge in the description down below so that you can go check out all the rules if you want to. I'm not gonna go through every single one because it's basically not a legacy, but there are many a step to it, and it's a big old boy, so I'm gonna let you read it in your own time. But to summarize, your sim is an adventurer visiting many places around the globe, meant to be played with one sim with all of these packs, and is not about accumulating money but enjoying the gameplay, which I personally have really been enjoying both in my Horse Ranch Let's Play and my Growing Together Let's Play, of just simply slowing down in The Sims 4, you know, not rushing into romances, not rushing to get a sim to do all of these really big milestones all of a sudden, just taking each day as it comes, really reveling. Reveling? Is that the word that I'm looking for? In the moment. Have their funds set to 0 to 50 simoleons, and you have to complete their main aspirations, and then you can do their secondary aspirations if you want. Your sim cannot travel to places outside of the world they are currently playing in / visiting. They can apply for a part-time job, but only once they have these specific items, and they must quit when they move to the next location. Very realistic for someone, you know, who is traveling the globe. And of course, we start off in Mount Komorebi. Start in summer, move them into an empty lot in Mount Komorebi, purchase a tent, and set the funds to 50 simoleons. Your sim wishes to explore the world and pursue knitting. Now, some people, when I spoke about this first, was like, I didn't actually really want to pursue knitting. First off, I felt like photography was more applicable to the sim who was in Mount Komorebi and kind of used that as a little side hustle, which I think is completely valid. I genuinely think I will have my sim get into photography because, again, I'm very sentimental and I want those memories. Aspirations to complete are Mount Komorebi Sightseer and then Lord or Lady of the Knits. Then in winter, you actually change to Sulani and you complete the beach life aspiration. In spring, move to Strangeville, complete the Strangeville mystery. Basically just wants to make the most out of the places where they visit, which I just think is so fun. When I first went over this, I was like, oh my god, imagine the drama of falling in love and having a summer romance and then being like, no, I have to leave now, I can't be tied down. That's why I chose to do this particular challenge, because I can imagine I am gonna be so invested. And of course, I wanted to introduce you to the sim that I am going to be playing as. So this is the one and only Andre Amato. I'll show him to you. He just literally sprayed his own eye sockets. Why would you do that? It's basically pepper spray. Why are you all being so because Brittany Cho is here. You know what? I do love her. She's my townie makeover version of her. She's an icon. She is a legend, but still does not deserve all of your cheers. Let's be real. He's at the back of the bar over here in Mount Komorebi. This is the neighborhood that he is living in. I have plopped him down on this little lot next to the park. I obviously removed everything minus this little tree. However, I will say I don't think it's super smart of me to put his tent like right underneath the tree, especially when we first spawned in and it was absolutely raining cats and dogs because we were in the middle of a thunderstorm. So that tree may come down at him. Imagine if that could actually happen, like the Sims 2 TVs like falling off the wall, or the Sims 3 like random meteorites that we got. Excuse me, please don't talk to me. I want to focus on my art. Obviously, he has the Mount Komorebi Sightseer, which we are going to be focusing on a little bit in this part, which I'm excited about. He has already collected a Simmy by popping open a Simming capsule. It was actually great. It got us like 250 extra simoleons. We sold it for a fair bit of money, which then allowed me to get the knitting basket. So he is actually focusing on knitting. He's kind of met, I want to say, like Shigeru and Shichiko, and I feel like she pretty much was like knitting, and then he was like, oh, like my grandma used to knit, like I kind of want to teach myself whilst I'm on my travels. Also, technically we are in Mount Komorebi. It's summer right now, but I reckon whilst he's snowboarding and stuff, he could get pretty cold. Obviously doesn't have a job because the only thing he owns right now is a tent. So unfortunately cannot get himself a part-time career just yet. However, is slightly already, I guess you could say, level 1 in logic, level 2 in painting thanks to this. I feel like Naoki is literally gonna come over here and like start yelling at me. Oh, he's actually looks quite impressed, which is surprising because he's a rising star. We're gonna attempt an introduction. I reckon Lil Andre, I'm still not used to his name. I haven't said it out loud that much. I've only streamed it once. Oh, that went really awkwardly. Oh, no, 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 no. Fishing level 1. Obviously, this is purely to make a little bit of money because everyone who starts out just living in a tent definitely just fishes for an eternity in The Sims 4. Knitting, almost a level 2. I mean, we are on 56%, and then also got a little boost in charisma. Like I said, has met a couple of the locals, and that's what I really like about this challenge as well, is the fact that you're probably going to interact with townies that you don't interact with as often, because you don't always, you know, like travel and like live deeply in like a bunch of different places in The Sims 4. Keep in mind, we cannot travel outside of Mount Komorebi. So already know Shichiko, Jenna, Kado, and Shigeru. Also met Caleb whilst playing cards with him. But we need to eat food at the Festival of Light, Snow, or Youth, which I don't think there's actually one happening today. However, there is the Festival of Snow happening on Saturday. So we have to wait a whole week to do this. I have my personal seasons set to 2 weeks. I think that's probably going to give us the best chance of like completing things, because then we have like 4 in-game sim weeks, which honestly isn't that much amount of time to complete 2 whole aspirations. Take a selfie with the Mount Komorebi mascot. I know there's definitely one in Wakaba, and we also need to swim for an hour in Wakaba's river, which actually it is sunny today, which is quite nice. So I think we're gonna head on over to the Hazakura Lounge. I actually want to definitely download some different lots off the gallery just so that we have a little bit more to do, considering we are gonna be living and thriving and deep diving into Mount Komorebi. I really want to make the most of it, you know? I'm only going to be living with one sim, so I don't need a bunch of empty houses like up on the slopes and stuff like that. So I really am gonna like design it for me. I cannot wait until the day. Oh, we could technically grill here as well, which is really nice. So I'm assuming this is kind of, this looks more, oh, I guess it is a river if you look at it more closely. I mean, I thought it was more of a lake or a reservoir. I wish that you could like shower under these little waterfalls and stuff. I kind of want to skinny dip, but I feel like that's a little bit weird in the middle of broad daylight, so we're not gonna do that. It is still summer. It is really warm, even though it is just cloudy, so he's just gonna cool off a little bit and swim for an hour. And yes, this this is what he looked like. He's an absolute little cutie. I am obsessed with him. I was really, really happy with the way that he turned out. I forgot that tab mode wasn't going to follow him. You should be able to follow in tab mode. Like, if you say, like, lock onto the sim, it should still work. I am so over being able to see everyone's thoughts. This glitch needs to go away. I've never noticed it, but the sound of, like, Sims swimming is actually very, very relaxing. And then from the looks of it, it doesn't look like Yamachan is currently around this little neighborhood. However, we could technically grill, but there is also a little food stand over here, which I think is going to be more expensive, but I think he kind of wants to see if Yamachan will actually spawn. So he's like, I've heard through the little rumor mill. I did not realize how many of his outfits were white until I saw them listed like this. What can we learn about? Hiking, mountain excursions, rock climbing. We're gonna learn about skiing and snowboarding, considering he's only really been here for a couple of days. We haven't really been up on the slopes yet. And then check daily wildlife report. I don't think I've ever done that. You may want to start slow and visit the bunny slope. Get the basics of how to pizza and french fry your skis, or how to stop on a snowboard. He's definitely a snowboarder for sure. There are no alerts for dangerous wildlife in the area, but it never hurts to be prepared with deterrence. I genuinely don't think I've ever clicked on that. Oh, see, this is the thing. Do we choose to go to the vending machine, or do we choose to get some actual, like, food from over here? We should definitely check out what has the cheapest stuff, because we only have 150 simoleons to our name right now. So what we got going on here? Oh man, we don't even have any proper food. We have a cupcake, we have a grape for some reason, and then basically the Sims version of a Twinkie. Soft cake with an ooey gooey center. Let's go try and haggle. Who's on it? Kialia. Come on, buddy. Use those little puppy dog eyes to get yourself a good little haggle. Mila Munch, can you back off? I do not wish to talk to you. Oh no, she's already losing money at these prices. We did not get it. The avocado is a lot cheaper, so may have to go with the veggie option. We could technically just take a selfie with the statue, which, not gonna lie, I genuinely thought that's what it meant. I didn't think it actually meant like full on Yamachan, because I think it might be a little bit silly to go up to the slopes like as it's getting dark, especially when you don't know Mount Komorebi the best. Like, we probably should explore during the day and definitely not at nighttime. But let's go take a little cheeky selfie with this before it gets too dark. Definitely not as good as the real thing, almost as cute as the real thing. Yamachan's best side is his left, in case you were wondering. And then I guess whilst we are on a public lot, we should definitely go use the toilet. I realize that we don't even have a shower on our lot right now, so I think we're gonna have to like go to the onsen pretty frequently to maybe have a cheeky shower over there. Dennis, looking like a little tourist in that outfit. I love my townie makeover of Dennis Kim so much, especially like this fit. One good thing about sleeping in a tent is the fact that you can read Wilderness Digest and actually get your fun up. So I imagine that is going to be an absolute lifesaver when it comes to this challenge, but I'm just going to have him turn in for the night and get some sleep. And then I feel like we should nip to the mountain in the morning to see if we can actually come across Yamachan. I think we're actually going to use a little bit of our simoleons to grab some of the stuff that we need. So it says that we need a chair. I don't think I want to like set up a house or anything as I'm doing this challenge, which I know is a little bit weird. I might set up like a little room for like toilet if we get one, and then also a shower, but I think I might just get one of the bushes because I kind of prefer that a little bit. I imagine he's traveling because he kind of wants to rough it. I am absolutely gonna get the froggy chair, 110%. So we're gonna plop him down there. And then speaking of the bush, I think I'm gonna purchase ourselves one of those as well. So if we go to bathroom and then toilet, we can have the jungle adventure one, the werewolf one, or the new one actually from Horse Ranch. I'm trying to see which one like kind of matches the environment. I would say this one probably matches it the most. So I think we're just gonna throw this little bush down here. It kind of just looks like it's fitting in with the vibes of the lot until people actually walk past, because this is the pavement right here, and smell it and I'm like, I don't think that's just any old bush. 8 a.m. He is up early. Let's go fertilize this, and then we will take a trip up to the onsen, I think. Potentially have a shower there, then have a quick little dip in it. I think this is gonna be a really nice little hub to have. We're actually gonna invite Shigeru and Kato over with us. The boys, as I like to call them. I like how he has a little squad already. I feel like he's the type of guy that like needs that. Even though he's chosen to travel alone, he's like, I still want to make friends with people, and he's chosen Shigeru to do it. Batu, get out of here. I'm not interested in you right now. You're not on my Globetrotter list. Put those trotters away. We will take a brisk shower, and then we'll go and relax in the hot springs together. We got a little corner going on over here. It's already claimed. This is where we stay from now on. Let's actually kind of get to know the neighborhood a little bit better. We'll discuss neighborhood changes. We are not going to complain about local youths. That is not our place to do such a thing. Kato is too hot, so he's leaving. Is the trash getting worse? Do we have a rubbish problem? Is it the local youths that are causing the rubbish problem? There is a local youth sat right here. We probably shouldn't talk about it. It's also his daughter, right? I think Shigeru is actually really enjoying like having someone to talk to, especially like a younger guy as well. It feels like we're bridging a little generational gap in The Sims. So we've had a pretty nice morning, so we are gonna go take a brisk shower once again, and then we will head and see if Yamachan is around. Usually he's fecking everywhere. What is going on? I'm gonna go have him build a snow pal right in the center of town. Hopefully that will spawn the one and only Yami-chan. I have realized that I have not told you about any of his traits. So obviously he's adventurous. He wants to travel the globe. He's also got dance machine. I kind of wanted to switch up his traits a little bit, and I never ever play with dance machines, but I figured, you know, he likes a night out. He enjoys meeting new people. He enjoys new experiences. So it kind of made sense. And he's also a bro, which I think is gonna help him definitely in Mount Komorebi up on the slopes with the fellow bro snowboarders. It does make me laugh that we obviously chose the location aspiration as our first main one, and it was like they are happy when in their home neighborhood, because our home is going to be so many different neighborhoods. I guess it kind of makes sense, but for an adventurous sim that just feels like the complete opposite thing that would happen. I also really want to make the most of like neighborhood action plans and stuff, which I don't know if we should really be doing, considering we're not going to live here forever. I don't really know if we should play a role in how the environment around us functions. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just let the people who live here like actually decide on what they want to do with the future of their neighborhood, and then we just like sit and watch it happen. Watch the chaos unfold, which honestly I'm kind of down for as well. But thank you all so much for tuning in. This isn't going to be a challenge that I pop in on every single day. This isn't like the beginning of a new Let's Play. Like I said, I'm going to be playing it over on my Twitch way more than you see it over here on YouTube. So if you want to go follow over there, feel free. But I do know that I am really going to enjoy this. And I feel like whenever I have any tea to share or things to update you on, maybe potential romances and all of that when it comes to Andre, then I definitely will. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know if you've ever done this challenge. And if you have, how did it play out? Like, what did you have your Sims do? I would absolutely love to hear it. And if you're not doing this challenge or you've never done this challenge, tell me if you're playing any challenges right now in The Sims 4. I'm always so interested to see how people are playing their game and getting their goss on the latest save files. So leave everything down below. I want to know the ins and outs of your saves right now. I appreciate you always, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.